welcome to the channel Knowledge Hub. Please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're going to start with the quantitative aptitude, and this will be class of 41. Here we had completed the 40th class of the sessions. In that we had started with arithmetical ability, where we had completed operations on numbers, LCM and SCF of numbers, decimal fraction, cube roots and square roots and cube roots, simplification and averages. That is the we are dealing with. And hopefully in this class only we will end up with averages as well. In averages we will discuss the second part of that of averages, where that is your data sufficiency type question. And in this type of a question you have to be very careful about it, because this is something which you have to be gone through with that. And first of all, before starting with this, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Let's go ahead for that, and that the question we have as follows. We'll go ahead with another one, and that is your question we have to discuss here. The question is that the direction you have to solve it out these type of a question, like each of the question given below that consisting of the statement and or the questions and the two statement numbered by 1 and 2, and it a bit in that below it. So you have to decide whether the data provided in the statement is or are sufficient for the answer at the given question. You have to read the statement that, okay, for the same case if you have to choose A, so choose A के लिए क्या है, like if the data in statement 1 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in the statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question, then you have to choose A. Then for the B1, it is that if the we have to talk about it, and if it is that you have to choose the given answer for the B, then if the data statement second alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in the statement 1 alone are not sufficient to answer the question, you have to choose C. Then if the data either in statement 1 or in the statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer here, that is you have to alone are, that is sufficient to answer it. If you have to choose D, if the data even in both the statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient to answer the question, and you have to choose E, if the data in the both the statement 1 and 2 together are necessary answer the question as well. Okay, so on the same behalf of it, we'll go ahead with the first question here of the sessions, that we have as follows. The question we have is the first question, that is your 100 averages की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो that is your 102th question of the session. But on the data sufficiency, yes, of course this is the first question of the session. The question is that the total of the present ages of A, B, C and D is 96 years. What is the base present age that you have to find? So write it down here for the question. The total of the present age of A, B, C and D is 96 years. What is B's present age? This is the question. The statement for that first statement has been given. The average age of A, B, D is 20 years. The second statement we have, the average age of C and D is 25 years. So they had told you the first statement, the average age of A, B, D is 20 years, and another they had told you the average age of C and D is 25 years. So what we have to do is we have to solve it out, and yes, we will do it that as well. So on the same cases, what they had told you, A plus B plus C plus D is equals to 96. Okay, here on the same case, and what they had given you in the question, as you can see here. So the first statement gives what first statement said, that A plus B plus D equals to 3 into 20. Okay, so it will be giving you A plus B plus D equals to 60. Second, what second says, C plus D equals to 2 into 50. Okay, that will be C plus D equals to 100. So from 1, this is your first equation. From 1 to, this is your 2 equation, and this is your third equation. So from 1 to 3 also we cannot find B. Okay, so correct answer will be in this. We have your D1, which is that if the either data is given for the both statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient for the question here. So that we will go ahead, because correct answer cannot be determined, and from all these 3 equations also. So the answer for that we will be having is the D will be the right answer for this question. Okay, now we'll go ahead with another one, and for the same case we have your what is the average age of children in the class. This is your 103 class 33rd question. What is the average age of children in the class? This has been the question which has been asked in your bank PO question paper. That is also we have to find out. Options for this we have, the first statement we have the age of the teacher is as many years as the number of children, and the second statement is average age increased by 1 year if the teacher's age is also included here. That we have to find out, and for the same step we have to find out what is solution for this. Let's go ahead. Let there be X children. First statement says that age of teacher equals to X years, and second says that average age of X plus 1 persons, which is equals to X plus 1 years. So teacher's age equals to X plus 1, and X plus 1 minus X square, but if we open it out we'll get X square plus 1 plus 2X minus X square, and then when we'll get it, when further solve it out, it will be equals to 1 plus 2X here. Okay, so that is the plus here, minus this is being cancelled it out, we'll get 1 plus 2X here. So thus teacher's age cannot be obtained. Cannot be obtained. And so the correct answer will be the D, because हम find out नहीं कर सकते दोनों statements से भी. So the answer will get is your D will be the right answer for this question as well. And this has been the important one because this has been asked in your bank PO question paper, so that is also an important one. Then now we'll go ahead with another one, which is your 104th question of the session as well. That is, what is the average weight of the 3 new team members who are recently included in a team? This has been the question here. So just I write it down the question, then after that we'll talk about the statement for this as well. Let's go ahead. What is the average weight of the 3 new team members who are recently included in the team? So here we have the first statement is the average weight of the team increases by 20 kg, and the second is that the 3 new men substitutes earlier member whose weights are 64, 75 and 66 here, and that even though we have to talk about it. Let's go ahead for the solution for this as well. Let the number of team members be n. Number of team members be n. So the first statement says that total increase in weight on replacement equals to 20 n kg. Second statement says that total weight of new members equals to 64 plus 75 plus 66 plus 20 n kg equals to 205 plus 20 n kg. So required average equals to 205 plus 20 n upon 3 kg, and we need n to get the answer here. So correct answer will be the D, because n हमें पता ही नहीं है, and there it is. So the option we have, the first and second to both the statement is not sufficient to answer this question here. Now we will be going ahead with another one that we have to talk about it, and that is we have another question is your 105th question of the sessions as well. So for the same cases, for the another question we have to talk about it, and which is the average age of P, Q, R and S is 30 years. How old is R? That has been the important question, because this has been asked in your RBI examination paper as well. That is also an important one for that. So let's go ahead here. The average age of P, Q, R and S is 30 years. How old is R? This has been asked in your RBI question paper, that we have to talk about it. The option for the statement we have, the statement 1 we have the sum of ages of P and R is 60 years, and the second statement is S is 10 years younger than R, and that for that case we have to talk about it for the solution here. P plus Q plus R plus S equals to 30 into 4. It will give you P plus Q plus R plus S, which is equals to 120. First statement says that P plus R equals to 60. Second statement says that S equals to R minus 10. So from 1, 2 and 3 we cannot find R. So the answer we'll get is your the D1, which will be the right answer for this question, because both the statement cannot be find it out answer here. We'll talk about another question, that is another one here that we have as follows, which is your the 106th question of the sessions here that we have to find out here. So the first sixth question we have, how old will C be after 10 years? That we have to talk about it. So how old will C be after 10 years? Our first statement is 5 years ago the average age of A and B was 15 years, and the second statement is average age of ABC today is 20 years here. On the same behalf of it, if I'm going ahead here in the detail, so on the same cases we will be having a finding it out answer as well. So we'll do that. In the first statement, what I had told you about it, which is A plus B equals to 15 into 2, okay, plus 5 into 2, that will be finding it out as your A plus B equals to 40. For the second statement, what I told you is your A plus B plus C equals to 20 into 3, which will give A plus B plus C equals to 60. From 1 and 2 we will get 1 and 2 will get here, that is your C equals to 20. So C's age after 10 years, so C's age after 10 years will be 20 plus 10, that is 30 years. So the answer for that we have your E option, because both the statement, with the help of both the statement we can find the answer here. and that is the C's age is your 30 years, and that will be the answer will be having as right answer is your E1. That is E will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with another one, which is your 107th question of the session that we have to discuss here, and that to be are as follows. So here we go ahead with 107th question of the sessions as well that we have to talk about it. On the same case as the question we have here is your how many children are there in the group, and this has been asked in your bank PO question paper. That is also an important paper respect towards competition wise here. Let's go ahead for that as well. How many children are there in the group? This has been asked in your bank PO question paper that we have to talk about it. So the options we have that the first statement is average age of the children in the group is 15 years, and that the total age of all the children in this group is 240 years. Where the second statement is that the total age of all the children in the group and the teacher is 264 years, and the age of the teacher is 9 years more than that of the average of age of your children here. And as I told you, this has been asked in your bank PO question paper, so that is also an important paper in terms of it. We'll have to solve it out as well. So let's go ahead to solve that. Where let there be X children in the group, where the first statement states that average age equals to 15 years, total age equals to 15x years. So 15x equals to 240, x equals to 240 upon 15, x equals to 16 here. So there are 16 children in the group that we have to talk about it. The second statement we have that has been given, total age of X children and one teacher is 264 years. Age of teacher equals to 15 plus 9 years equals to 24 years. Total age of X children equals to 264 minus 24 years, where 240 years, and this does not give the answer. So the answer we will be having, so in the same case we'll choose a correct A here, because if the data is in the statement 1 also are sufficient to answer and the question, and while the data statement second 2 alone are not to answer it out. So on the same cases, we will talk about the first one, that will be the right for it, and that is the A will be satisfying here. The statement 1 will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll have to talk about it, which is another question here, and that is the 108 question of the session that we have to discuss as well, and that is the 108 question of the sessions here. The question is, Deepak's marks in Hindi are 15 more than that the average marks obtained by him in Hindi, economics, sociology, philosophy. What are his marks in philosophy there? So that we'll write it on, and then we'll talk about the statement as well. So for the same here is your Deepak marks in Hindi are 15 more than the average marks obtained, that is we have obtained by him in Hindi, economics, sociology and philosophy. What are his marks? Marks in philosophy that we have, and the option this has been important as well. The statement 1 is that the total marks obtained by him in Hindi and philosophy together is 120, and the second statement is that the difference between the marks obtained by him in sociology and economics is 120 here, that we have to talk about it. And let's go ahead for that, for the solution for this as well, which is even very important for it. Let's go ahead here. And on the same cases, the question we have here, which is we have to talk about, that is your h equals to h plus e plus s plus p whole upon, that is the number of quantities 4. Then we have your 15 plus 15 as well. So 4h minus 15 equals to h plus e plus s plus p is equals to 3h minus 16 equals to e plus s plus p. This is first equation. So according to the first statement, h plus p equals to 120. Second statement will be s minus e equals to 120. For these three equations, including this is 1, 2, this is 3 here. In the same cases, from 1 to 3 we cannot find p, so it is your we will all go ahead with option D, that is the statement that we had given is we are not arrived at. Okay, we are not getting the answer here. We'll go ahead with another question, is your 109th question of the session here, and that is how many candidates were interviewed every day by the panel A out of the 3 panels A, B, C here, which has been asked in your bank PO question paper. Let's go ahead for that. How many candidates were interviewed every day by a panel A out of the 3 panels A, B and C. This has been asked in your bank PO question paper. The statement 1 we have here, the 3 panels on an average interview 50 candidates every day. The second, we have out of the total of 45 candidates interviewed every day by the 3 panels, and that the number of candidates interviewed by the panel A is more by 2 than the candidates interviewing by panel C, and is more by 1 than the candidate interviewed by the panel B as well. And on the same cases, we'll go ahead further, which we have to talk about it, and that is we'll have to talk about, and that we have to answer it out as well. On the same cases, we'll go ahead. So for the first, we talk about, that is for the first statement, that total candidate interview by 3 panel equals to 15 into 3 is equal to 45. Second, let X candidates be interviewed by C. Number of candidates interviewed by A, that is equals to X plus 2. Number of candidates interviewed by B, X plus 1, that is X plus 2 plus X plus 1 equals to 45. 3x equals to 42 and x equals to 14 here. So the number of candidates interviewed by A is 14. Hence the correct answer for this is your B. Okay, now we'll go ahead further, which we'll talk about it. That is the another one, that is also an important one here, and on the same cases, for that same case we have to go ahead, and that is the another question here as your 110th question of the session. The question is, the average age of a teacher and student in a class is 3 years more than that the average age of student. What is the age of the class teacher? This has been also asked in your bank peer question paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise here. Let's go ahead. The average age of teacher and students in a class is 3 years more than the average age of students what is the age of the class teacher? That we have to talk about it. This has been asked in your bank PO question paper as well, that we have to go ahead. The statement 1 we have is, there are 11 students in the class. Second statement is, the average age of a teacher and student is 14 years. That we will have to talk about it. Let's go ahead for that as well. Average age of 11 students. And one teacher equals to 14 years. So in the same case, the total age of students and one teacher equals to average age, that is your here that is your average age, no, that is your total age. We'll have to first write it down. Total age of which is we have 11 students and one teacher, and that is equals to 40 into 12 years, and that is equals to 168 years. And then after that we'll talk about it for the another one, that is average age. Average age of 11 students and one teacher equals to average age of 11 students plus 3, then average age of 11 students equals to 14 minus 3 years, so that is equals to 11 years. Total age of 11 students is equals to 11 into 11 years equals to 121 years. So age of the teacher equals to 168 minus 121, so we'll get 47 years. Thus both one and second are needed to get the answer. So on the same cases we have an answer, that will be the E will be the right answer for this question as well. We'll go ahead with another one which we have to talk about it, and which is another question is the 111th question of the session that we have to go ahead, and that is also an important one here. Let's go ahead for that as well, and that is also an important one. Let's go ahead. 111th question of the session that we have to talk about it. The question we have, what will be the average weight of the remaining class here, that we have to talk about it, and that is for this has been asked in your bank PO question paper. Let's go ahead here, which is what will be the average weight of the remaining class. This has been asked in your bank PO question paper. That is also an important one. The option, the statement 1, we have average weight of 30 children out of the total 46 in the class is 22.5 kg, and that of the remaining children is 29.125 kg. A child having a weight more than 40 kg is excluded. The second statement is the average weight of the class of 46 children is 23.5 kg. A child weighing 46 kg is dropped out, that we have to talk about it, and on the same behalf of it we'll have to find out the answer for this as well. That will be as follows. Here we have to go ahead. So for the first statement, if I'm going ahead, what the first statement said, that is total weight of 46 children, total weight of 46 children that we have is equals to 22.5 into 30, which is plus 29.125 into 16 kg, and that is equals to 1141 kg. Weight excluded is not exact, so average, that is your average average of remaining class cannot be obtained. And for the second one, we'll talk about it. That is total weight of 45 children is equals to 23.5 into 46 minus 46 kg. That is equals to 1035 kg. So average weight of 45 children equals to 1035 upon 45 kg. That is equals to 23 kg. So data in second is sufficient to answer the question, while the data in first is not sufficient. So the correct answer will go ahead with the B option. That will be the right answer for this question here as well. Let's go ahead with another question that we have to talk about it. This is another one, and that is also an important one, and which is known as the 112th question of the sessions here. So the question talking about these type of a question here, that is in these type of a question, each of the questions given below that consisting of the consists of a question followed by a three statement. You have to study the questions and the statements and decide which of the statement is or are necessary to answer the question here. The question is, how many marks did Tarun secure in English? And this has been asked in your SBI PO question paper as well. So let's go ahead. How many marks did Tarun secure in English? There we'll have to talk about it as SBI question paper that we have to talk about it. Statement 1, we have the average marks obtained by Tarun in 4 subjects including English is 60. The total marks obtained by him in English and mathematics together is 170. The third statement is the total marks obtained by him in mathematics and science together is 180. The options we have 1 and second only, second and third only, 1 and third only, all first, second and third only, and that is none of these here. So with the same cases, we'll go ahead, and as I told you, this has been asked in your SBI PO question paper, and that is also an important one. So on the same behalf of it, we'll solve it out for that. So here the first states that total marks in 4 subjects equals to 60 into 4, which is equals to 240. Second states that E plus M equals to 170. Third states that M plus S equals to 180 degree. So thus none A, B, C, D is there. So the correct answer we will be having is for the E will be here. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now none A, B, C, D is true here. Okay, so we'll go ahead with further question. That is your 113th question of the session that we have to talk about it, and which is to be as follows. The question is, the mean temperature of Monday to Wednesday was 37 degrees Celsius, and that Tuesday to Thursday was 34 degrees Celsius. What was the temperature on Thursday? Let's go ahead for the question first, and I will be telling you the statement as well, and that is also an important one here on the behalf of it. So I will go ahead. The question is, the mean temperature of Monday to Wednesday was 37 degrees Celsius, and of Tuesday to Thursday was 34 degrees Celsius. What was the temperature on Thursday? So the statement 1 is the temperature on Thursday was 4 by 5th of that of Monday. The mean temperature of Monday and Thursday was 40.5 degrees Celsius. The difference between the temperature on Monday and that of Thursday was 9 degrees Celsius as well. Options we have 1 and 2nd only, 2nd and 3rd only, either 1st or 2nd, either 1, 2nd or 3rd, and any 2 of these 3 as well. So we'll have to find out for that as well, and that we have to talk about it, which is the solution for this as well. So here m plus t plus w equals to 37 into 3, which is m plus t plus w equals to 111. This is the first equation. T plus w plus th is equals to 34 into 3. T plus w plus Thursday, that is equals to 102. Second equation. So first gives Thursday is equals to 4 by 5th of Monday. It will be Monday equals to 5 by 4th of Thursday. So using this one, we will get here 5 by 4th Thursday plus Tuesday plus Wednesday equals to 111. So on subtracting 2nd and 3rd, on subtracting 2nd and 3rd, so for the same we get 1 by 4th. Thursday equals to 9, Thursday equals 36. So thus 1 alone gives the answer here, and for the second we'll find out here, and that is, so thus first alone gives the answer, and for the second we'll talk about it, which is m plus Thursday is equals to 40.5 into 2, and that is just that Monday plus Thursday is equals to 81. On subtracting second from 1, we get Monday minus Thursday is equals to 9. From 4th and 5th, that is your 4th and this is 5th. So 4th and 5th, we get Thursday equals to 36. So on the same cases, we can say that here for the same we will be having the answer that we have is on reference towards it. We'll find out more and more on here, and that is your thus second alone gives the answer. Third gives minus Thursday equals to 9. So clearly third with given results does not give the answer. So the correct answer will be having a C. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll have to talk about it, which is the another one here, and that is also an important one that we have to discuss about it. And on the same cases, the next question we have here that will be followed, and that is also the another one. And the question is your 114th question of the session. So the question we have, in a cricket 11 the average age of the 11th player is 28 years. What is the age of the captain here? That we have to talk about it, and then we'll discuss about the statement as well. So here in a cricket 11, the average age of 11 players is 28 years. What is the age of the captain? The statement we have, the captain is 11 years older than that of the youngest player. The average age of 10 players other than that captain is 27.3 years. And the third statement is, leaving aside the captain and the youngest player, that the average ages of the group of the players each of are 25 years, 28 years and 30 years respectively. So the options we have, any two of the three is all 1, 2, 3, second and first second only, or first and third only. Second and third only, none of these, which we have to talk about it, and even though which we have to find out for that as well. So we'll go ahead for this, and that is to be as follows, where total age of 11 players equals to 28 into 11 years, that is equals to 308 years. First is yours, it's equals to y plus 11, L equals to minus y equals to 11. And second category, total age of 10 players excluding captain equals to 27.3 into 10 years, so that is equals to 273 years. Okay, so age of captain, we'll talk about it here, that we have. So age of captain which is equals to 308 minus 273 years, which is equal to 35 years. Thus C equals to 35. From 1 and 2 we get y equals to 24. For the third statement, total age of 9 players equals to 25 into 3 plus 28 into 3 plus 30 into 3 years here, that we have is your 249 years. So C plus y equals to 308 minus 249 equals to 59. From 1 and 3 we get C equals to 35. Thus second alone gives the answer. Also 1 and third together give the answer. So correct answer we'll get here is your the figure, that is options we have, that is your C will be the right answer for this question answer. Now we'll go ahead with the next and the last question of the sessions as well, which is your 115th question of the session. On the same behalf of it, the question we have here, that this gives the question is to be followed by the three statements labeled 1, 2, 3. You have to study the questions and all the three statements given to decide whether any information provided in the statement is or are redundant, and that can be dispensed by while answering the questions here. The question is, what is the average salary of 15 employees? That we have to talk about it, and this has been asking your SBIPO question paper as well. That is also an important paper in terms of it. The options for this we have here, that is the first statement is average salary of 7 clerical cadre, that is out of the 15 employees rupees 8,500. Average salary of 5 officers cadre, that out of the 15 employees is 10,000. Average salary of the 3 sub-staff employees out of 15 employees, that is your 2,500. The options is none, only 1, only 2, only 3, and that is we have. And the question that cannot be answered even in the information, that of the three statement as well, that is we have as follows, and on the same behalf of it we'll have to find out for that. And let's go ahead for this as well, which is to be as follows. So first gives you the total salary of 7 clerks equals to 8500 into 7 equals to rupees 59,500. Second, we have total salary of 5 officers equals to rupees 10,000 into 5 equals to rupees 50,000. The third, we have the total salary of 3 sub-staff members equals to rupees 2,500 into 3, which is equals to 7,500. That is, we have. So here we go ahead with the total salary of 15 employee equals to rupees 59,500 plus 50,000 plus 7,500, which is equals to rupees 1,17,000 here. Then after that, average for that, average salary equals to rupees 117,000 upon 15, which is equals to rupees 7,800. So all given statements are needed and hence none is redundant. So correct answer will be, we have is your A will be correct answer for this question here. Now we will be ending it up here, and that we had completed your averages as well, and that is also an important one, as I told you many times in this when we are going ahead with the questions here. Before ending it up, it's that we had done yours the sociology and software engineering as well. Other than that, we talk about it. So yes, we are dealing with the chemistry for the class 12th, and after that that is also important for academic as well as for the competition as well, and that is also an important one here. And we already had completed unit 1, which is the solid state, unit 2 solution, unit 3 electrochemistry, unit 4 surface chemistry, and unit 5 is your the surface that we had talked about it. The 6 is general principles and problem solving here. Then unit 7 that we are dealing with, that is your the another unit. So here we had end up with unit 7. We had completed soon that as well. That is unit 7 and of the NCERT for class 12 for the first part that we are dealing with. Other than that, we talk about it. We are dealing with the reasoning here, which has been divided into 2 parts, which is verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning. In the verbal reasoning, we had completed general mental ability in the logic reasoning, and we had completed your the logic reasoning, and then after that in non-verbal reasoning, we are dealing with your that is your series completed, analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, metonymic, water image, embedded figure, incompletion of incomplete pattern, embedded figures, and of course that we had done your the figure matrix as well. After that, talking about the quantitative aptitude here. In terms of quantitative aptitude, we are dealing with here, that is your arithmetical ability we had started with, and after that in arithmetical ability we had completed your operations on numbers, SCF and LCM of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, square roots and cube roots, averages and problems on numbers, problems on ages, and then after that surds and indices, percentage, profit loss ratio and proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and work, pipe and system, time and distance, problem on trains, boards and streams, allocations or mixture, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races and games of skill, calendar, clocks and surds and indices as well. After that, permutation and combination, that we have to talk about it. Then after that, we have to discuss about the probability, true discount, banker's discount, heightened distance, odd man out series here. Then after that, we have to done with the data interpretation, that is the section 2, where we have to complete the tabulation, bar graphs, pie charts and line graphs as well. So here we'll be ending it up, and first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. So thank you. Hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment box. Thank you.